Older women, younger men. Go. What do we think? Well, I think it's appropriate, and I think that we should be able to date whoever we want. I am not talking about a 16-year-old with a 30-year-old. I'm talking about consenting adults with a 5, 10, 15-year age gap. Anywhere from 30 up, you know what you're doing, okay? So I think it's fine. I got a message the other day from a friend, actually more of an acquaintance, messaging me, asking me about the Tinder neighbour, okay? And he said, how old is he? I said, 49. He said, why are you bothering? You're 8 years older. I'm 6 years older, but sure. Okay, I'm 56. This guy turns 50, I don't know, in a month. I said, well, yeah, 6 years. And he said, but why? Why are you bothering? I get that you act young, but why are you bothering? He's just after like a sexual thing. And I kind of thought, I don't act young. I have a young energy. I love life. I embrace things. I say yes to everything. I love adventure. I'm spontaneous. I'm not a 56-year-old old nana. Oh, even doing my washing, see? House proud as well. But I forgot what I was going to say. Anyway, I have a really good life. I love my life, and I don't need someone, but I want someone, okay? But I was really, really surprised. I'm like, come on. Like, are we still talking about young men, older women? Come on. And I have dated younger men, and they have wanted to have relationships with me, but I have had to let them go because I feel like, they're going to want to have children at some point. And obviously I'm past all that. I've got kids. I'm fine. And I love the energy of a younger man. I don't want to date a 60-year-old. I don't want to date an old man that, A, sexually, they're getting incompatible, and B, they just become kind of old ladies a little bit. You know, the old men, they lose their testosterone, they become more feminine. But I was really surprised that this guy really was thinking that older women can't date younger men. Like, can we stop the judging? Can we just do whatever the hell we want to do? I gotta go and take my washing out. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that women are in their sexual prime in their 50s and mid-50s, and they need men in their mid-40s or early 50s to keep up. What do you think? Okay, so the older woman, younger man dating debate has blown up on TikTok. This is kind of a bit of a part two. Didn't even think there'd be a part two, but the response was overwhelmingly positive for older women dating younger men. Two parts to this. The first one is that the women that are successfully navigating relationships with younger guys are raving about it. They have indicated that the men treat them like queens. They have the same vibrancies. Their energies are matching both physically and mentally, and that is perfect. That's the perfect storm. Really positive part is that there's been a lot of younger men commented and messaged saying how much they love being with an older woman. And the reason is that we're more comfortable with ourselves. We don't feel so insecure about our bodies because we know our bodies don't look like they used to, and we're okay with that. We're comfortable with that. And my theory is if you're lucky enough to be lying next to me, then you are going to love what's there. So why would I feel embarrassed or ashamed or insecure? So a bit of a message to the older women, just love who you are, embrace it. That confidence will come out. Men will be attracted to that of any age, but it appears that the younger men especially. And if you're on the apps and you're not having any luck with the older guys, and they're not really treating you like the queen that you are, then drop that age group down by 5 years, give it a spin and see whether or not you match with a younger man and whether or not he will match your energy. Keep me posted.
Yeah, like I'm still young myself, so I don't think this conversation of whatever aspects I would look like I get uncomfortable. Like I get uncomfortable when younger kids approach me. That's how I would call them. I call them, I don't know, like I would call them children. Like I get the most uncomfortable I could ever be when an older man, I mean, a younger boy, tries to do any of that with me. It feels inappropriate. I would never be comfortable. Maybe let's revisit this conversation when I turn 50 because I feel like it will be the same for me. Even in my prime, I would feel like there are older men in my age group. Should I need that? Though I don't center men at all. I don't feel like any spontaneousness, any adventure I might need would need to be sponsored by a man. You know, there are women who are like with lightness of thought who can keep up with my pace. There's me also, I can keep up with my own pace. So younger boys, I really do not play in that field that much. I don't know. You let me know in the comments, but I'm gonna add another video that will enhance the conversation a bit.
So I have a lot of gentlemen who always say that when you date an older lady, you are going to be subjected to some form of abuse. Older women abuse younger men. And I always say, I think some of us don't understand that as much as we say age is a gap, there's a certain bracket of men that you cannot date for marriage. Therefore, you're going to end up playing the parent and playing the mother. For an example, if you're dating a man in his 20s, or a young man rather, in his 20s, and you're significantly older, maybe you are in your late 30s, you must remember now there are certain stages and phases that man still needs to pass through and get over. Secondly, the psychology of a woman develops way faster than the psychology of a guy. So a lot of women will trick themselves by saying he's so mature for his age. Yes, he's mature for his age, but he's still not mature enough for you. That is why you find yourself playing the mother. That is why when he takes your car, you get angry. Where are you? Why are you going? Remember, this person still has a life. You're in your late 30s. You're tired. You want to be a couch potato. This person is in their late 20s. They are vibrant. They want to go out. They want to socialize. Now, the next thing you're going to start feeling insecure about yourself. It's either you're going to fit yourself in their lives doing things you don't want to do because you're ready to settle down and just be a homebody, or you are going to make him come down to your standard. Now, that person is going to feel suffocated by your lifestyle because it is not what they want initially. And unfortunately, most of these cases where we get younger guys, most, not all, where we get younger guys, the woman is always having a financial upper hand in situations like that. Therefore, it always looks like, because they are using her resources most of the time, he is being financially controlled by the woman. Because you will hear, okay, then if you're going to come back at 3 a.m., then don't come back to my house. She's controlling the narrative of him coming back home. The same thing. If he uses the car, she'll say, listen, wherever you are, it doesn't matter. Go out with your friends, but bring back my car. Again, that is financial control. Because I'm asking myself one thing. If it were his car, would those women still call? If he had contributed to the house, would she still say, don't come back to my house if you're going to come back at 3? The likely answer to that is no. This is the same with women who are being financially controlled as well. But now we are concentrating on women who are dating younger guys. You're going to end up being this person's guardian more than you being their girlfriend. We've seen it in many places, and now there are even TV shows that are actually showing you that when a woman is more matured than a guy, most likely that guy is going to have other influences in his life helping him to make decisions. Influences such as aunts or mothers. Now, you as this woman are going to be competing against these other women, these other opinions in his life. I'm not saying dating a younger guy is wrong. I'm saying let's be realistic. There are certain age groups where this man still needs individuality and needs to find himself. And we're so desperate. You want him to find himself in the relationship. And then when he evolves into the person he finally wants to be, we cry foul and say, after everything I've done for you, you're changing on me. Only to find that you were never the type to start off with. He was just in a phase where he was developing and trying out new things. And unfortunately, you are the victim of those circumstances.
Age is imperative, it's necessary because you need to keep up with younger people and their age and their liveness and the things to explore and do things. Just that we are not allowing children to be children. So for me, I feel like when you need them for spontaneous purposes, let them be that. But again, if that's your thing and you're into that as a woman, let it be what you initially would like to explore. But the minute you find yourself that you want to settle with a younger person, or this younger person wants to settle with you, give them the room to grow. Let them grow. Let them grow because they haven't grown yet. And then they will be chopped out of life because they want to be with you. So do that. Like, let it be fun, let it be spontaneous, let it be energetic. Yeah, but the minute it goes into that, even though I don't support it, let it go as long as it's consenting adults. Nothing, 30 at least.